Some MPs have backed a campaign to give students a lie-in and allow them to start school at 10 a.m. And actually, there are quite a few studies that suggest a later start time does improve their performance. But are we just encouraging them to be lazy? Have another hour in bed, don't worry, get to school at 10.
Well, now you'd think I would sit here and go, yeah, we are encouraging them to be lazy. But
yes,
I actually kind of agree with this. I think they should start an hour later and finish an hour later. And I do believe that, you know, with the medical studies as well, that teenagers of a certain age do need longer sleep than we have because their brains are still developing. I don't think they function till about 10 o'clock. You know, I remember all three of mine when I got them up for school, they couldn't even talk to me till 10 o'clock. They couldn't even tell me what they wanted for breakfast, let alone what the next maths lesson was. But by 10 o'clock, they're kind of coming round and, you know, all of that.
Do you reckon that'd shift, though? So let's say they change the time from 10 till 4 instead of 9 till 3, whatever it is. Do you think that in 10 years' time we'd be going, oh, 10's a bit early for them to start? We're going to have to move it back.
Well, interestingly, this medical evidence that Colleen's talking about, that's already been gathered in France, and as a result, in France, from later on this year, French schools, the teenagers in French schools are going to start later because there is real solid medical evidence.
What about the adults' jobs? Do they still...
That's where it'll be a problem.
Yeah. Well, you know, speaking personally, I am still a teenager because I can't really function before 10 o'clock. Doesn't matter what time I get up.
You're a bit stroppy like a teenager occasionally, aren't you?
Yeah, well, I can't get in this building before 9 o'clock. I've got to kind of...
That's true. I imagined you being a really early riser, though. Seize the day, Captain. No.
I get up, but I'm not functioning. Everything takes twice as long. I've got the teenage brain. I'm up, I've turned the radio on, but it's on the wrong station. I've forgotten why I boiled the kettle. I've got 2 slices of bread, what's going on? And everything takes twice as long.
Do you go to bed late, though? Because I go to bed at, like, 8, 9 o'clock, and then I can get up...
Do you?
Don't look at me like that, Janet.
I'm looking at you with absolute pity. All the things that you're missing out on.
What? After the watershed?
Yes.
And do you sleep
That's the time I'm going out.
Yeah, but you have got a more active social life than me, Janet.
You go asleep at that time?
Yeah, well, by the time I've put the kids to bed, bathed them, cooked whatever, put them to bed, I'm knackered. I can't wait to go to sleep. So I just...
I'm in shock.
What
At
time
8
do you get
o'clock,
up?
I'm going out.
I really didn't think this was much of a confession.
What time do you get up?
I get up about 5:30.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh,
but my
gosh,
working
Daisy.
day, I get picked up at 6:45 to come here.
When you get up at 5, what are you doing?
Well, I'm, like, making stuff ready for the day ahead, so I'll sort of make the boys lunch, write them some little notes. And...
You're writing notes? That's a bit aggressive, isn't it?
You know what?
Up at 5 and write notes.
What's on the notes? I've got a note.
Just like,
I'm
have a
feeling
great
so
day.
sorry for your children. They get up, they're a bit bleary-eyed, and Mum's left the house, she's gone somewhere else, and there's all these notes.
They love the notes, Janet. They thoroughly enjoy the, good morning, boys, have a great day.
But don't do this, don't do that. Make sure you do
no
this.
telly, homework first. Eat your breakfast, make a smoothie. Love you.
You're talking about the studies. There's an Open University study did say that the rates of illness dropped by more than over half in a 2-year period if they started the day at 10 o'clock as opposed to 8:30, and significably better grades, which is interesting.
Wow.
So there is something,
Yeah,
you know...
Sometimes I know what I'm talking about.
Come on! Well done. My body clock is geared to the late start. My body clock's on a late start. I'm on the teenage start, and I never have colds. I never have flu. All right, a knee replacement, but the rest of my body's up and running like a 14-year-old.
So would you recommend it not just for teenagers, for adults as well?
Everybody with my mentality, yeah. I mean, don't inflict yourself on the population before 10 o'clock because I'm in a really, really bad mood.
Or after, for that matter.
Well, would changing the school start to 10 a.m. make kids lazy? 65% of you said yes. 35% no, I know, exactly. Leslie says, my kids hated going to bed early, but they knew they had to. Today, kids are so namby-pamby. It's unreal. That's what Leslie says. Tracy says, surely it's down to the parents to just make sure they go to bed at a decent time. My 16 and 17-year-olds leave home at 7:30. They go to bed fairly early and have never had a problem. So, there you have it, Colleen. Well, like we say, we do not need any more studies. We just ask Colleen and we'll get the correct answer.
Exactly. Finally.
All hassle.
taken?
All this time, and it was there under our nose. The whole time.